Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You came back. In this week's video, what I have for you is just a chatty do your nails with me video where I answer questions that you guys asked me in my Facebook group. I have a link to my Facebook group down below if you want to participate in these chatty videos in the future. So hopefully you guys really enjoy learning a little bit about me. I laugh, I cry. So go ahead and stick around and let's get into it. Hello and welcome back. Okay, today I'm gonna use my Virgo and Gem, obviously. Liquids, my favorite clear ever, Skyline Soap Works. I'm gonna do shimmering sapphire on one nail, and this, I wanted all 7 on the other hand, and then on the other hand I'm gonna do hazy gray, sparkling embers, and plum wine from Nail Addiction. I don't really know how I'm gonna put these together yet, but aren't they pretty? And then yeah, I have a small jar of clear for glitter nails, so I don't get glitter in my big jar of clear. And yeah, I'm gonna start with my blue hand. I think I'm gonna do on this hand. And I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous. Why would I not be nervous? Dark colors are so hard to work with, you guys. Like, that's a top coat, so we're not gonna use that. Base. Okay. So I asked in my group, do you even dip powders tips, to ask me anything. So I have a bunch of questions that I'm going to be asking. I'm going to be asking you guys. Just kidding. That y'all asked me and that I'm going to be answering, I should say, whilst I do my nails. So this should be fun. And the first question is, I'm having lifting issues, some tips on lifting. If you're having lifting issues, my biggest tips are dry prepping, making sure you're getting all of the cuticle off your nail, washing with Dawn soap, and then there's also some Mia Secret stuff that's supposed to help with lifting. I have a link to that in my Amazon. And as far as dry prepping goes, I know that Adrada has a really good dry prep video. I also have like a dry prep video that's in my cuticle care video that I kind of do a dry prep, but I like Adrada's because she like really goes into it, so I'll leave a link to that. I'm just like building my apex, in case anybody is wondering what I'm doing. And I don't like build my apex a lot, but I build it a little bit. Brush goes bad in the middle of a mani, what do you do? I've only ever had like my top coat brush go bad in the middle of the mani, and I just like suffered through it, and I just like kept working with it anyways. I have replacement brushes, so if that ever did happen to me, I would be able to swap it out. I also always keep extra liquids around, and I know that's not like, most people can't just keep extra liquids around, but if I had liquids that like really went bad, I would just use other liquids. I feel like that's a cop-out answer, and I'm really sorry, but I also really hate brush restore. I know it's like super finicky, and if you don't use it exactly right, it can ruin your entire bottle. So I don't use that stuff. My biggest suggestion is to get liquids that aren't so finicky, like Triple Vitamin and Virgo and Gem are super not finicky liquids. I love them, and they don't really give me issues. So subscription bags, I have, the only subscription I have right now is Sparkle & Co. But I've been eyeballing a lot of subscriptions. I've been eyeballing Aisle 21 subscription. I know there are so many subscriptions out there. I think there's an entire post in my group about subscriptions. I don't really like pay attention to subscriptions because I have so many colors. I don't really, I think I stick with Virgo, or with god damn, I'm saying a lot. I stick with Sparkle & Co.'s subscription, mostly because I split it between 2 other friends. So I don't want to like let them down, and so I keep it for all of our sake. But I probably wouldn't get a subscription personally myself because I have too many colors, and so I just look for like a color that I really, really like. And if I like those colors, then I buy them. So I think subscriptions are great for people who are just starting so you can build a collection. And I really like Sparkle & Co.'s I Want It All because I feel like you get a lot of colors. And sometimes when you have I Want It All, they throw in like extra colors. So you'll get like 6 or 7, or I think one time there was fucking 8 colors. So, you know, I think that's a pretty big bang. I hope this isn't gonna stain my fingers. Probably. Oh well. What can you do? If it stains your fingers, you just wash with Dawn soap and a nail brush scrubby, and if that doesn't work, try vinegar, and if that doesn't work, wash your hair, because that usually like works it out, just the washing of your hair for some reason. Yes, okay, next question. I think the most important things that I do during my mani that I wish I would have been doing from the beginning is pushing back with the brush to my cuticle. I don't know if y'all see when I do that, but not dragging it forward, but pushing towards the cuticle and then dragging out. I'll try and show you the next time I do it. Toothpick and these freaking nail brushes. Those are like my 3 like things that I literally can't do a mani without. Also, I feel like, so at first I was wiping off with paper towel, wiping my activator off with a paper towel, and it would always leave fuzzies behind, even if I couldn't see them, which left little microscopic bumps on my top coat. And then I switched to using lip-free wipes, and now my top coat is always so freaking shiny. Like, those are probably the most important things. So pushing your, like letting it fan out and push towards your cuticle and then pull back, which is really, honestly, it's hard to do with Virgo and Gem's brushes. I know I have other brushes that she sent me, but I just am lazy, okay? I know it doesn't seem like I am, but that feels like a lot of work. So I haven't switched them out to the ones that fan better, but I don't find that their brushes fan very well, so it's harder to do with Virgo and Gem, but yeah, pushing towards your cuticle and then pulling back. Push towards, pull back. That makes it so that you can get like super close to your cuticle without touching it and get that nice little cuticle line that everybody wants. Toothpick helps also though, by the way. I'm trying to like not use toothpick so much anymore. Just because I feel like it does give you like a little bit of a break from your cuticle and your dip powder, so I'm like trying to not use it, but I still use it all the time. It's great until you get your brush control down a little bit better to use a toothpick. But I feel like after 3 years, I should have a little bit of brush control, right? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm just like in a hurry and I do not. Fuck. Well. And like sometimes you get on your cuticle and then you just have to use a toothpick, you know? Like, whatever. What has been the best experience of your life? Wow. That is a big question. Fuck. I have so many good experiences. Like, I mean, cutting my baby sister's umbilical cord when she was born, that was like pretty amazing experience. Marrying my husband was a pretty amazing experience. Meeting my husband, that was a pretty amazing experience. our like first week together, I would live over and over and over again if I could. Gosh, I don't know. There's just so many. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Man, I'm nervous about how this one is going to turn out. Hopefully I can buff that off. And not fuck it up. I'm sorry, Stacey, if you feel like that is a cop-out answer. I'm not trying to cop out. That is a really hard question to answer. What is something that you went through that was maybe hard but taught you the most? Damn, that's another good question. Y'all are trying to make me like cry this video, aren't you? I'm gonna do like one more dip, I think. It's a little thin over here, or maybe I should not. How thick is it? Though thumb doesn't really show up in pictures, right? So I think I'll leave it. I think my experience with my first husband was something that was really, really hard that I went through that taught me a lot in the long run. I don't think it taught me a lot. Well, I mean, it taught me a lot about how strong I am as a person and how much the human body can withstand. Yeah, probably that. And it was really, really hard, and it's still hard, and I still deal with that a lot. So, damn, Angie just coming in clutch with the tough questions. Okay, so your nail room and your porch, what is the favorite room in your house and why? I would say my nail room and my porch are high up on the list. I would say also that I really, really like, we have a front sitting room. It's like the quiet room. I really, really like that room as well, just because it's just like chairs and no TV. And so we just sit and talk or read or whatever we do in that room. I really like that room as well. My house is not really that big. It's only 1,300 square foot. It's a 3-bedroom house, 2-bathroom. So look at that, you fucking bitch. It's really not that big. Have you ever considered becoming a therapist? Yes. I feel like I would be a good therapist. I think what makes a good therapist is going through a lot of shit, and I've been through a lot of shit. And yeah, I've thought about being a therapist in my next life. I probably will be. I should probably dust that off. I definitely have thought about being a therapist, and like a drug and alcohol counselor I've thought about doing as well. I feel like in order to be a therapist, I would have to like get my shit together first, because I don't know that my anxiety would allow me to go back to school. And I know that seems silly to be like, my anxiety won't allow me. Like, bitch, you control your life. But I don't know that I'd be able to do that. Thoughts on microneedling and derma rolling? I've actually heard of that stuff. I've never actually done it myself, but I have a friend who does it and she likes it. I am into it. I'm into any and all things that give you that like Instagram, TikTok glass skin that everybody seems to have, but I cannot seem to have unless I'm wearing foundation. So unless I'm hiding my actual skin. But yeah, I'm into it. I've never done it, but I'm into it, I think. Okay, how long did it take you to do your manis, and any tips on how to shorten the time while keeping the quality? I don't think that you can really shorten much of the time and keep the quality. In fact, one of my biggest pieces of advice when people are like, how do I get my nails better, is I tell them to slow down, because I think that going fast does nothing for the quality of your mani. Like, you 100% need to take your time in order to get a good mani, unfortunately. I do think just with time and practice, you do get better, as with all things in life. But I don't think that there's really anything, aside from maybe using peel base, could cut out the removal process, which I know can take some time for a lot of people. I mean, I probably took 20-30 minutes on my removal because I wasn't really paying attention. I was texting while I was doing it, so I wasn't really rubbing as much as I could have been, which makes it go slower. But peel base, I know a lot of people say, or nail guards, has cut down a lot of their time. So there's that. Definitely not recording YouTube videos, because that makes my manis take a lot longer, because I'm trying to be like perfect. And also I'm like talking and getting distracted and stuff, so so it takes me longer, and my quality is not as good when I'm recording. So yeah. God, these flakes are so pretty. I love them. I also think using lighter colors, shimmers tend to be easier to work with, which could shorten your time more than using dark colors are kind of hard to work with, so I wouldn't say that they shorten your time at all. Yeah. So next question, do you have any siblings? I have 5 siblings. I have an older brother and then a younger brother. We're like in the first family, and then when I was 16, my parents decided to have more kids. Same parents, same dad, same mom. Decided to have more kids. Well, Hannah, they had stopped trying, but then they got pregnant with Hannah, and then they didn't want Hannah to be an only child, so they decided to have one more baby, and that baby ended up being 2 babies because they had twins. And so, yeah, so I have 3 more siblings, Hannah, Luke, and Zelly, who are 19 and 17. Shit, I'm fucking spilling shit all over the place. So yeah, I have a lot of siblings. I love them all very much. My brother, Randy, lives in Chicago, Joshua lives in London, and Hannah, Luke, and Zelly all live at home still, though they're on their way out. COVID has kind of slowed down the Hannah moving out thing, but she's on her way. She's doing great. Sorry if that tapping shakes. Look how fucking beautiful that is. Anyway, thank you, Cynthia, for loving to listen to me, because you're also a Seattle girl living in South Carolina. Top 3 tips for someone thinking about making a YouTube channel. First, just do it. Don't wait. Stop waiting. Just do it now. Don't wait. Pick a schedule and stick to it, but don't make yourself such a rigid schedule that you can't stick to it. So, I chose just Fridays. Not a time, just a Friday. And also, sometimes I miss my Fridays, as you guys know, because life happens, and I'm a human that has a life and a family and all of those things. So don't be hard on yourself if you miss a day. But definitely start it now. Pick a schedule, stick to it. I would pick a schedule that is small and work your way up. Don't be I'm going to post 4 times a week, and then see where it's at first, because it's time consuming and energy consuming to do a YouTube channel. Yeah, and you can always inbox me if you have questions. on Instagram, I should say, because you can't inbox on YouTube. But use this one because I don't want to, such a dark color, I don't want to get it into my big container. But look how freaking beautiful. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? I was thinking about putting like some little leaves on this nail. I don't know though. It's making me nervous. I really want to use these decals, but I just have not found the right application yet. It's freaking me out. Okay, let's do some clear. New subscriber, I want to know all the non-nail stuff, like your love story. How'd you guys get into trucking, kids? How has COVID affected you? So I met my husband when he moved in on the same weekend as my parents did, 7 houses down from them. It was a few years later before we like started dating and stuff, but that's when I met him. And we started dating one night when, actually it was around Halloween, October 28th, actually. I got stood up by the guy that I was dating at the time. I was supposed to go to a party with him. I got all dressed and made up, and then he like texted me and was like, whatever the fuck he said, I don't remember now, but he basically made up an excuse on why I couldn't go to this party with him. And honestly, that guy was like a fucking douchebag because he was still living with his ex and they had a baby together. So I mean, hindsight being what it is, I know that that's always never date people that are still living with their exes. Like, that's some real talk advice for all you daters out there. Always never date someone who's still living with their ex. But yeah, anyway, he stood me up. Dawn happened to be having a beer with my dad, and I was a little tipsy, and Dawn was on like his first beer, and I was like, listen, do you want to be my designated driver? Like, put your beer down, let's go. And he was like, yeah, all right. He had recently gone through a divorce with his wife, and yeah, he took me to my party, we had a good time, and literally we have been together since. Like, every day since then we have spent together. Well, not every day, because when he went away to do the first part of trucking, I was at my folks' house and he was out on the road by himself. But, you know, we were together as in relationship ever since. Like, literally the next day. I like went home that night. He was so sweet. He like carried me in because I was a little tipsy by the end of the night. He like carried me in, made sure I got in like into bed, and was like, good night, tucked me in or whatever. And the next morning I texted him and I was like, you want to go get breakfast? Because I don't feel good. And he was like, sure. And then we just spent the entire day together talking and laughing and crying, and yeah, it was like the best experience of my life. So there's 2 answers to what is the best experience of your life and how did I meet Dawn. So boom, there you go. And how we got into trucking, like I've mentioned, I have a lot of anxiety, and I was in this job that treated me like absolute dog shit. And Don had this job that he really hated, that was like really hard on his body, and just like he was working crazy hours. I mean, he was getting paid really well, but he was also working crazy hours. I never saw him. And my anxiety was really bad because I'm a codependent ass bitch. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just go be truck drivers. And I like believed we would make literally twice as much money as we make on the road, but that was one of the things that like was made me like, yeah, let's do this. But I'm glad we did because I love it, and I love that I'm with my husband all the time, and I get to have my dog with me all the time, and yeah, we're way happier than we were at our shitty dead-end jobs. So yeah, there's that whole thing. Kids, I have not birthed any children myself. I do have a daughter, because Don has a daughter with his first wife, and I just don't like step I like Bonus. Bonus is fine, but I just don't, I don't know. She's my daughter. I would literally kill anyone for her. She's like the coolest 15-year-old I've ever met in my life. So that's my only kid. Plus, you know, Hannah, Luke, and Zelly, my younger siblings, I kind of see them as kids too, but just kids weren't in the cards for me, like birth-wise. Yeah, this is gonna turn out really fucking cool. So COVID hasn't really affected us like all that much. It's been weird out on the road, but we've still been working. We've been working a lot, actually. I would say that we've been more busy since COVID than before. You know, when it all first started, it was really fucking scary to be out here. And away from family, but we've been really, really lucky and really, really blessed in the fact that we've been okay. Yeah, and we still have a job, which is also, like, again, really lucky, really blessed in that we still have a job. Best liquids for color blocking and brush tapping glitters. I would say, I don't know what order to do these in, guys. Please help me. Help! I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, I'm just gonna... Same thing Tori was talking about the other day when she was like, do you guys just have a go-to mani, like when you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Yes, I do, and I'm about to do it right now because I don't know what else to do. So, therefore, best liquids for color blocking, brush tapping glitters. I really, really, really like Aisle 21. I think they dry super slow. They're my favorite for like if I have some extravagant thing I'm trying to do. But also I like Virgo and Gem, and I like Triple Vitamin. I think they're both also good. Am I gonna regret doing it like this? I just might, but I'm gonna do it anyways. What's the toughest part about being a nail influencer? I think the toughest part about being a nail influencer is that I didn't fucking ask to be a nail influencer, and yet, here I am. I mean, please don't misunderstand me. I love every second of it. I've always been a person who wanted to help. I, once upon a time, was studying to be a nurse, and I was a CNA for a few years, because I just want to help people, but then I realized with my anxiety, it wasn't a good match for me to be a nurse. But I really have always just had this desire to help people, so I love it that I can like answer questions and that people come to me for advice, and I absolutely love that shit. But so yeah, the toughest part about being a nail influencer is, well, constantly being under everybody's microscope, I'd say, you know. Yeah, that's a tough question to answer, because I really don't think that it's hard. I mean, there are times that I like literally get super stressed out about what combo I'm gonna do, because people will say things like, oh, you always do the best combos, and then I'm like, well, what if I don't next time? Like, no pressure. So, yeah, that part is pretty tough too. But, you know, it's like, I don't want to seem ungrateful though, because I'm so happy for the turn my life took and to help people. Can you do a tutorial on sugar nails? What are they and how do you do it? Yes, I will do a tutorial on sugar nails. I do have that on my list Sugar nails are pretty easy. You would just like dip your nails, and then you would use like gel polish, and you would do whatever design you want to do, and then you would just dump the powder over it and then just cure it the way it is, and then you would leave it like that. Or you can do it with dip powder, where you just do a dip of a really chunky glitter, and then you just leave it, and you activate, and then you leave it without a clear cap or buffing it. You just leave it kind of gritty. Either way, that would be sugaring your nails. I really, really, really love the gel way, where you do a pattern that you sugar. I think that's super fun and looks really pretty. And Katie Plu, she has a video on sugaring, but I will do one myself soon. I've been meaning to. If you could spend time with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why? You're going to make me cry, Mandy. You fucking bitch. I mean that in the most loving way. So when I was 21, my best friend ever, I spent every day with her. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd literally go over to her house and we would spend all of our time together. We were dating guys that just so happened we were dating guys that were best friends in high school too. We met them both on our own and then came to realize that these guys were also best friends in high school. So it was like the coolest fucking scenario ever to be in. She got hit by a drunk driver when we turned, like right after we turned 21. Her birthday was September 14th and mine was the 18th. She got hit by a drunk driver on New Year's Eve and passed away. And so if I could, I would give anything to spend one more day with her. So yeah, that would be my one person I would talk to, for sure. I've gone through so many things in my life since then, and I've always wondered what she would think, what she would say, what she would have done if she would have, I don't know, so many things, so many things. Yeah, good question, but thank you for making me cry. That was rude. So Mandy also asked me, bringing in the tough guns here, Mandy, thank you. She also asked me, what is one thing you want people to know about you, something they assume to be true but isn't? And I don't really know how to answer that question, because I don't really know what people assume about me, because I don't really listen to what people think about me, because I just know who I am and I don't really care what people think. But yeah, I don't that I'm like super funny, because I'm not funny. Just like, I don't know. That's a really hard question. I don't know how to answer that question. So I'm sorry, Mandy. I don't know what to say. I'm regretting my decisions on where to put these dips, but doing it anyway. Hair care tips, don't use regular elastics, I guess. That's what my hair person always tells me. I don't really know. I don't really take good care of my hair, I think. Get regular haircuts. Make sure you're getting enough fat in your diet. I don't know. Home or on the road, what's it like being a female trucker in a man's field? I don't know, man. I have to say, over the last 5 years that I've been doing this, there have been more and more female truckers, so I don't really feel so alone. In this field, I'm just getting dip powder everywhere. Okay, well, that's what we're doing today. Okay, best and easiest way to remove dip powder for my next mani. Do you know any tips or tricks for gel polish not to tip at the tip? The best thing you can do to get gel polish to not chip at the tip is to make sure you cap your edges, which means like going on the top part with your top coat. Also, using a base, man. Using a base really, really works. I have only used Virgo and Gems gel base, and I loved it. My last mani, my matte mani, I wore that mani for a week, and they did not chip or peel or come up at all. So I don't know if all gel bases are like that, because again, it's the only gel base I've ever used, but that shit fucking worked. So that would be my suggestion on that. Yeah, use a base. Also make sure when you're doing your gel over dip powder, you want to get to the point where you activate after you file and buff and get them shaped and everything and smooth and all of that. Do your activator. Then I went and washed my hands after my activator sat for a bit, and then I did a base, my gel base, and then I did my gel, and it stayed on really, really well. So hopefully just doing that and capping your edges helps. I hope that helps. Have I ever tried gel or acrylic method? If so, what is my opinion on them? I haven't tried gel or acrylic. I plan to eventually, but I haven't as of right now. So I have no opinion. I know that gel really works for some people. I think they like it a lot, but I think, it's kind of like eating gluten-free. Unless you like absolutely need to, it's just really unnecessary. So like dip powder is obviously going to work better with the base that it was meant to be with, right? So unless you have to for whatever reason, I would not recommend using any other method with dip powder than regular dip powder liquids, because that's the way it's going to work the best. But I do know that a lot of people have good success if they have dip flu or are allergic or whatever with using gel. As far as acrylic, I've not ever used like monomer or anything like that with my dip powder, though I'm sure it'd work just fine, because all dip powder is acrylic and pigments. So it's basically the same thing as acrylic powder. I made a fucking mess with this color. Oh my goodness, look at that, you guys. What a waste. So wasteful. Sparkle & Co. like really fills their fucking jars up though, so it's hard to not be wasteful. I really hope I did not stain my fingers. All right. Melissa Don Carlos Lynn, I absolutely love you and your question. She started off saying, if you could pick any one of your subscribers to hang out with, who would it be and why would you pick me? I fucking love you so much. That's hilarious. Obviously I would pick you, and you know why. What are things that you're passionate about? I've kind of talked about some of this before in videos, but I'm super duper passionate about animals, especially dogs. Fucking love dogs so much. I want 1 million of them. Yeah, I'm just passionate about kindness too. Like, I feel like this world could do for a little more kindness. Obviously, I'm passionate about nails. What are hobbies that you and your husband do together? That is a good question, Melissa. We really, really like to go four-wheeling. We really, really like to go salmon fishing. We really, really like to go hiking and camping. We like to go discover new places to eat and bar hopping. This color is so fucking pretty, it's distracting me. Yeah, we like each other. And eating and drinking and just having a good time and getting dirty. Yeah, we really like that shit. That shit's fun. And if you don't like camping, we can't be friends. Just kidding. Of course we can be friends. I just don't know how close of friends we're gonna be. Just kidding. Jokes. What non-nail related YouTubers do I watch? So I've been watching, there's one that I've been watching that goes over like murder shit. I really like that one. I wish I could remember. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Bruh. That color. Hello. I like to watch this girl. She's British. Her name is Elbet. I like watching her. I've been watching a lot of the behavior panel. They like go over people's nonverbal communication stuff. I like to watch that one. Where's the one that I like to watch that's like murder shit? Oh, this one. This is like my favorite channel to watch. This criminal psychology one. Have you watched this? Oh my goodness. So good, because it like goes into all of the like details of criminal psychology. I love it. I love it. They went over an entire like Casey Anthony thing. It was great. I just really like to like know more. I don't know, it's fascinating to me, I guess. This color is so beautiful. If you don't have it already, 10 out of 10 recommend. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna try and ombre this, even though I left my good ombre brush at home. So I'm gonna use this little guy. It's like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Hopefully it works. I don't know. Next question says, your lashes always look fabulous. What do you use? I use cheap ass Ardell lashes from Walmart. I use the wispy ones. I love them. But I recently found this lash glue I'm absolutely in love with from Target. It's called Allure. I think you can get it at Ulta too. It's like EYELL. I don't know. I'll put a picture of it, of the packaging up, so you guys can see. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Please don't be shitty. Sorry guys, can't talk and do this at the same time. God, I hate this fucking brush. Like, first of all, flakes are already like super difficult to ombre with. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing so you can like try and pick up a couple tricks if that works for you. Down. And then I found last time when I did like flakes like this, I just kind of like patted the brush where I wanted them to go a little bit more. It made it like way easier because they don't want to cooperate like at all, right? And just kind of bring it up a little bit more to try and get that ombre effect, which hopefully will turn out. Pat it down. I might do a second little round with flakes. Last time I did it with flakes, man, flakes are difficult to ombre with. They really are. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I don't know if I like this Manny at all. I hate it when that happens. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, Rachel. It's gonna be okay. Something you guys don't know about me that I want you to know is I get anxiety every time I do a mani, and I don't always love them. But it makes me feel better when I post them and you guys are like, oh, it's awesome, because I'm like, are you blind? But, yeah. Hopefully that turns out. It's fucking 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Ombré with flakes. It's so hard, okay? I'm telling you, it's so hard. And I never like it. But I keep doing it because I'm dumb. I feel like I want a little bit more just right at the base. I do think if you are gonna ombre with flakes, tapping your brush into it is like literally the only way to make it work. Of course, these are gonna get all into my glitter, my clear. All right, we're just gonna see how that turns out. Hopefully it turns out okay. Too thick at the bottom? Oh no. Don't judge me, you guys. I can hear you judging me. Don't do it. Okay, that's better. Okay, good. Dip it in clear. I might need to do 2 coats of clear for that one. I'm also gonna need to get my metal file out to file right around my cuticle. Like flustered now. As soon as I get flustered, it's like game over, guys. Okay. Those flakes are gonna be like all over all of my nails. Anyway, okay, next question. What kind of music do you listen to? Favorite musical artist, favorite movie or TV show? That is like, I have a hard time when people ask me those questions because I'm so eclectic with my music. I really like so many artists that it's hard for me to be like, hey, my favorite is this, because it just, what mood am I in? You know, I like so many things. God, this color is so fucking beautiful. favorite musical artist or favorite movie or show. Again, so hard for me to answer. I know it's such a cop-out to be like, I like so many things, but I really do. It's really hard for me to like pick a favorite. I can tell you, growing up, that I loved the Newsies. It was like my favorite movie ever. So there you go. Favorite movie, favorite music, favorite musical artist is Newsies. Oh no. Look at it. I got stuff in my clear. I was really trying to not do that. I shouldn't be using the big one. Pro tip, when you get a big jar that's like 2 ounces like this, pour it into smaller ones and then use it from there so you don't ruin your big jar like I'm about to do. I'm just gonna have to buy a new one, god damn it. It'll be alright. Oh shit, sorry. I'm like trying to keep my hand away from the jar so I don't get any flakes in it. Flakes go everywhere, man. I don't know what took me so long to use flakes. I hadn't, like, as of recently is like the first time I've been using flakes. This whole time, and I know they've been around. I know people really love them, but I was like super anti-flake. Okay, it's not the first time. Like I used Miss Raven's Christmas flakies last year. I did use them and they were fine. I just don't like, I didn't like flakes. But now I've like found this love for them. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what's going on. So my last question is, you mentioned dogs whenever you see them on the road. Have you guys ever considered getting a dog and bringing them with? I do have a dog that I bring with. Her name is Bailey. She's been in a couple of my videos. I love her and she loves being on the road with us. So yes. And also we picked up a stray one time and we brought him home and his name is Walter and he now lives with Valerie, my old roommate in Arizona. And he's a happy puppy. And every time I see strays, I try and pick them up, but Dawn's very much like, I feel like the only reason we picked up Walter is because he was like well, first of all, he was a puppy, and second of all, we were on our way home. Like, we were in Oregon, and we live in Washington, so it wasn't very far to go. I'm gonna have to just throw this fucking brush away. It wasn't very far to go, and he was clearly, like, injured and just, like, running around. He was gonna get run over, because he was just, like, not paying attention to what was going on. So we did pick him up. We did save him. I did try and find owners. I posted about him a bunch of times and nobody ever responded. I even called the Humane Society in Oregon and nobody ever responded. So he's happy. He's a happy little shit. But it's difficult when we're out on the road. And oh, I just totally picked this up and showed you guys my table, but that's okay. It's difficult when we're on the road. It would be difficult to pick up a dog because I have a dog, and as much as she gets along with other dogs, this truck is so small. So anyway, so there's the answer to that. And since that was my last question, I'm going to file and buff and do all of that off camera, and then I'm not sure I like that picture or that finger, but I'm sure I'll like it more once you guys tell me that you like it. And I'll be back with pictures. So what did you guys think of that video? Did you like that video? Do you like chatty, do your nails with me videos? If you do like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to me already, go ahead and subscribe. If you have a comment or question you'd like to ask me, go ahead and leave it down below. And like I said, if you want to participate in these chatty videos, go ahead and join my Facebook group. There'll be a link down below so that you can participate when I do ask you guys to ask me anything, because you can ask me literally anything and I will answer it to the best of my ability. I like to think that I'm a pretty open book. That's all I have for you this week, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching me, and I will see you next week. Bye. Not my favorite mayonnaise ever, honestly. I don't particularly like them. I don't know why. Why do I keep trying to ombre with flakes? It's so hard. It's like really hard, and I've ruined 2 brushes doing it, and yet I keep fucking doing it. Why? I've made a new goal for myself to try and drink a gallon of water a day. 6 of these. And 6 of these would be 120, so it'd be like just barely under a gallon. It's a lot of water. I pee so much. But I just want, you know, to like have glowing Instagram skin. Why is that so much to ask for? What, are you thirsty, fucking stoner? We stopped at the pet store to get her some more chill pills because she gets anxiety really bad for weather, like if it's like rainy or snowy, because it like makes a lot of noise on the windshield. So we stopped at the pet store to get her some new chill pills. This fucking bitch ate them all. She ate the whole $25 bag of CBD treats. You little turd head. So mad at her. She's so good. Like, unless there's like chicken bones or something in the trash or something that's like super enticing for her, she would like never get into anything. Like, I've left even like food scraps in the trash and she doesn't get into it. But those things, and I even hung them up high. She had to like climb and like really reach for it in order to get it. So mad at you! By the way, yes, I called the vet and I also Googled it, and she's fine. And she might throw up, but she hasn't thrown up yet, and it's been hours, so I don't think she's gonna throw up, which is great, because dog vomit in the truck. Oh my god, here's another story time. Once upon a time, we were driving in a truck stop in Kansas. It was the middle of the night. The truck stop was still open, but it was pitch fucking black outside. I let the dog out. I don't usually put a leash on her if we're like going out, because she's a very good dog. She listens to me. She hardly ever fucks up anything. And if there's nobody else around, I'm just not going to put a leash on her because she has very good recall. She doesn't have very good not get into shit, but she has good recall. So I let her go to the bathroom, and I was like, where is this dog? So I called her and she came back over, and oh my god, she smelled like death. I'm not even kidding you. I was like gagging. She smelled so bad, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? We're like at a truck stop, but we're not at like one of the big ones, at a Pilot, Flying J, TA, Loves. We're not at any of those ones. We're just at some mom and pop little store that's about to close soon. Fuck, what do I do? So I go in, I buy like 4 jugs of water and a like horse blanket, and I'm like trying to wash her, put gloves on. I'm like washing her off. Luckily I had dog soap with me. At the time we were spending a lot of time out on the road. Like we do 12, 16 weeks at a time on the road, and sometimes she just smell like stinky dog, you know, in the truck, and I just didn't want her to smell like stinky dog in the truck. So I had dog shampoo with me, thank god, and I just gave her a bath standing next. I was so mad. I was mad at you for that too. Yeah, fucking bitch. Dogs, man, I'm telling you. I've got this dry shampoo that I got in like an Ipsy or a Birchbox. I swear when I use it, it makes my hair look dirtier. I got this new dry shampoo from Walmart. I'm gonna give it a try. It's a dry shampoo foam. I'm pretty excited to try it. I don't know how that works, but it's like a no rinse dry shampoo. I think I said excited wrong. I've got to get to editing. Did you know it's already it's Friday right now? It's Friday at 2:14. So here we go. I'm gonna leave this in the end of my video so you can see how long it takes me to edit and put it together and get it uploaded. Oh my god, it's gonna be the middle of the night. I'm so sorry, you guys. I will do better next week, I promise. Okay.